Hey guys, welcome back. This is Storm, and this is episode 107 of my single-player Tiveden world. Hope you guys are going awesomely well. Just trying to get myself a creeper. You gonna go in there, buddy? Yes, he's in. Perfect. Alright, so let's see if we can deal with someone who's trying to follow me here. Get out of here, zombie. You're interrupting my party. So yeah, I'm just trying to get myself some skeletons to attack some creepers here. I want to get some different music discs. I do have a few discs around in my various chests throughout my world, but I don't have a lot of variety. I'm not sure where all of those my music discs have gone. I've probably got some sitting in chests somewhere that I never look into, but that's okay. I'll get some more. So this is a pretty simple way to get yourself some music discs. You just lock in a skeleton and a creeper. You just line yourself up, and eventually the skeleton will kill that creeper. If you don't have an enchanted bow, it's pretty easy just to shoot the creeper a couple of times yourself, so you get the health down, and then it's just one or two shots by the skeleton. But this is okay as well. You can just stand here, and eventually the skeleton, without anyone creeping up on me, should be able to kill this creeper here, and then I'll get myself a music disc. Hey, stop sniping me through there. So probably got one more hit to go, I think, and then let's see what we get. I've already got two of the same discs here. I've got weight, and we got a different one. So what's this one? We got ourselves... Ah, interesting. I don't think I've got this one. Well, I'm sure I do somewhere, but I don't have a lot of them anyway. Yeah, I think I'm the worst dancer of the three. So I've been getting a few of these music discs now. It's been 3 or 4 different night cycles, and let's take a look at the collection. I've got 3 of the weight discs now, a couple of the stalls or stalls. One of these is playing right now, and I've got a few of the other different types. Not a bad little collection, and I think my parrots are overly enjoying it. During the day I've been collecting a whole lot of this hardened clay as well. I guess I should start calling it terracotta. And cooking up to get some glazed terracotta as well, just for some future building projects potentially. So that's not a bad little combination, getting the hardened clay during the day and collecting music discs at night. Not a bad little adventure, I don't think, and these parrots seem to be enjoying themselves, although this one is a little bit shy. As I get up closer, I notice that he doesn't dance, so I'm not sure what's going on with that. But yeah, there we go. So we've got ourselves some music discs. Probably need to go back to the main island now and repair some of my tools though. So I've just finished trading with our villager here. This is pretty much the exclusive way that I get XP for repairing my tools and armor in my world, and you can see everything's now fully repaired. And I've always got pretty much these lower 3 chests on both sides fully stocked up, so I don't really need to dip into the top chests here to do the trading. So that works well for us, and we also get some extra bread every now and then when we want to cycle out the trades, and obviously we get the emeralds, so I've got plenty of this stuff that I mainly use for trading over in our desert village to get like mending books or whatever. So pretty much a win-win situation. Why are you camera shy, buddy? You're looking at the hoppers for some reason. There you go. We're over here. Can you see me? Oh, there we go. Thanks, mate. So I did also add a little access way to the back part of this storage system. Not that I really ever need to go back there, but I didn't really have a good way to get back there without just hacking through the wall. So I did just add this little side kind of secret passageway to get here. Although it's not really that secret when you can see the buttons. But yeah, this is just a simple way to get back there. And just where do you think you're going, Mr. Sheep? It's funny, you sometimes still get these sheep or any animal escaping fenced off areas. So I'm not sure how they do it. Maybe it's just the way the mobs are bumping into each other and they somehow manage to push each other over a fence. Or they just squeeze through a corner. But yeah, I don't know. I seem to see some sheep every now and then roaming around the place. And it's pretty funny when you've got coloured sheep that you've been collecting all the different wool types. So this guy obviously came from this pen, or maybe he did come from the bottom. See, there's another sheep up there. See, how did that sheep get over there? That's pretty weird. But I think, you know what, if they manage to escape a fenced off area like this, maybe they've earned their freedom. I'm just crafting some of this concrete powder. I think it's going to be a pretty interesting block to use in future builds. Hey, give me my blocks back. Shouldn't they come back into my inventory? Anyway, so I do want to try and use these blocks more, and I think they're a nice block. I like the texture of them. They do act like sand, but that's okay. It's probably not the property I'm going to try and use this for. I'm going to try and use this for building for now. So I think what we'll do is we'll go over to our flower farm that we established in the last episode, and maybe we'll try and find our way to the nether. Like, we'll create ourselves a nether tunnel to access that area, so it's just simpler to get to. And maybe we could try and integrate some of these concrete powder blocks along a tunnel system or something like that, maybe, to connect up to that flower farm. Okie dokie, so I've outlined myself here a nether portal. It's going to be an oversized kind of portal. I think this will look nice right in the middle of this lake area. And this is where we're probably going to decorate all this out, put some flowers around it or something. And we can walk straight on into this flower farming setup that we've got here. And I think that could work well for us. So this portal is going to be our access point through the nether. So I pretty much just need to go into the nether, find these coordinates and divide them by 8. So I'll take the coordinates that I can see right on the screen now, divide them by 8 and try and find this location close enough to it in the nether. And hopefully that's close to our existing nether tunnel, so we can just put an offshoot there or something and link up these portals. So this would be an easy way to get here rather than flying using the elytra. So otherwise my next closest portal is all the way in that direction. Not too far using the elytra, but yeah, let's make it easier. Let's put in a portal system. And I did make some changes while we in between episodes here. So I did come over here and tinker with these chest locations. Before I had the chests in the middle on top of each other, and I think this is just an easier access way to access these chests, just having it at this height level. And the way I achieve this just is by having farmland blocks above here. So this is just dirt that's been toiled, and I can still grow myself the flowers on the top, so it looks nice to look at, but I can always still open these chests, so that works out well for us. And the way I managed to get that as farmland is just to put in a water source block just behind these trapdoors. So that works out well for us, and I think having the blue mixed in there with the water makes this look good as well. It's just another colour that we've added to the sides. So I'm pretty happy the way this whole area is turning out for us, and I think hooking up these portals and creating ourselves a simple access point here will make this area a lot more practical for me. And as you can see, I have been collecting a whole lot of these tulips. I'm kind of a little bit obsessed, but I've got a lot of this stuff now. And I have been wandering around to other parts of this flower forest, or this biome here, and there are other spots down this way that I think I can get the other types of flowers. So I am thinking of creating ourselves a pathway around there at some point, and maybe making another setup like this, another flower farm setup, or maybe just a smaller version of this. But either way, I think this whole area is going to be really nice for me, and all the flowers that I need, so I won't have any more problems with flowers, so that's pretty cool as well. So when walking through the nether tunnel here and just trying to figure out where we need to go, it's not going to be too far from this main tunnel system. We need to go in this direction, so I need to go to X145, which is just in this direction, and I also need to go to minus 274 on the Z, so that's kind of like on this angle down in this way. So using this little transition area I think will work well for us, and I think we'll just tunnel right through the middle. Unfortunately, when I did build this this tunnel system, or this pathway, it's 3 blocks wide along here, but the way that I spaced out things on the walls, it's an even number rather than an odd number. So it's going to look a little strange if I try and create an offshoot of a tunnel that's 3 blocks wide. It kind of needs to be 2 blocks. So I'll have that challenge to deal with, but I think we can work on this area, make it look a little bit more modern, put in some flowers, that kind of stuff, and then we'll tunnel our way through and create ourselves a portal. So I've been experimenting with a few different combinations of flowers and wall designs and whatnot. I know for you guys it looks like I just built this straight away, but there was a lot of trial and error actually to try and get the color combinations that I was happy with. And yeah, I think it looks okay. So down the bottom here we have ourselves this is the green concrete. Then I've got the green terracotta on the walls, and then I've got green wool on the ceilings just on this part just here, and then we've got lime concrete up this part, so a whole lot of the different combinations, and this is the green concrete powder on the sides here. So a lot of green in this in the theme of this little section here, but I think it's okay. I don't mind it. I do need to change this part here though. I don't like how these blocks are looking. I think I'll leave these ones, but these back ones, yeah, let's change these. So let's just grab this stuff. I totally brought over way too much in terms of the supplies, so I've got to cut all this back. That's probably why I have a whole lot of chests in my world full of stuff, because I just don't want... Once I move stuff to an area, I don't want to move it back. So yeah, but that's alright. There's always future building materials. Hey, that's going to fall down. So let's put this in. Yeah, that's definitely a lot better. Look at that. So definitely a green theme for this area. Whoops, let's see if we can do this without suffocating ourselves. I think that looks okay. Let's step back, take a look. Yep, definitely happy with that. So just need to do this part and we'll be done. Whoa, hang on a second. Haha. So I have been working more in this area and trying to figure out how I was going to create this little tunnel system, because I was concerned that it was going to be 2 blocks wide. So I did work on this area, and rather than just make a tunnel, I've made it like a little pathway. So we'll go and walk through it. So I've got this area. This is all the same on both ends, but in this little transition area, made it slightly different. We've got a few different flowers, different paintings on the walls. And I've just opened this up to a little pathway here, and I'm pretty happy the way this is turning out. I hadn't really built something like this or tried with these combinations, so I've actually started to use some brick here. Jeez, when was the last time I used brick? I can't even remember, but I've got some brick slabs that I've made and used under a pathway here, and I've just got a mixture of coarse dirt and regular dirt, just with some nether wart planted around the sides and some chorus fruits every now and then as well. So I haven't finished it, but I just wanted to show you guys how it's starting to look. So we come from this transition area down and around, and then we just keep walking up through. And I do like how the nether wart's fully grown here, and it's kind of like makes this look sunken, or the path just looks a little bit more crowded, and I really like the way that looks. So I'm going to continue doing this. I've only got to as far as here, and this is, you can kind of get a feel for what I'm going for though. I'm going to open up the pathway here, make it a little bit wider, bend it around, and then come down. Now, the portal that I needed to make to get the coordinates right is just up in here. So as I was trying to find where I needed to put the portal, I noticed that I do have one of these pillars here for one of these, what do you call these things? These fortresses. So I thought, what if we could put the portal right near that? So we managed to get pretty close to that. So I did make the pathway come up into this netherrack here on the way up towards that fortress area. So it's a bit dark in here, but if you come up here, I've managed to, yep, so this is where the portal is going to be, and this is just stepping up right into this fortress. Now, unfortunately, this doesn't go anywhere. It's just one of those bits of the fortresses that isn't really connected to anything, so that's a bit disappointing. But I don't mind it. It's, yeah, it's just a little bit different having this pathway come up, and when I come through this portal, this will take us straight through to our flower farm. So I'm pretty happy the way that little tunnel system and the connecting area is going to work for us, and this will take us right here. So yeah, I'm pretty happy the way that has all turned out. So I thought I'd show you guys a bit of the building process for this pathway itself. So I'm just going to clear out an area here and just show you how I've been doing it. There's not a whole lot of science behind this. It's pretty straightforward stuff, but you never know, you might want to create something like this in your own world. I think it really does look good. I do like the color combinations. It's not something that I was probably initially thinking of, but I'm pretty happy the way it's turning out. So there we go. So just taking out a little bit of area here with the netherrack, and I'd have to think about the lighting situation. So I've got fire every now and then to make it look like this pathway is lit up a little bit. But so what I've got is just a mixture of dirt and coarse dirt. So what I do is I just kind of randomly place stuff down. Yeah, let's just keep doing this. So not a whole lot of logic here in terms of patterns or frequency of... Whoa, what happened there? Disappearing block. Okay, what about there? Let's go a couple more. And maybe there we go, something like that. So then we just throw in some mixed coarse dirt. Pretty straightforward. Just put this down. Maybe I need to put a regular dirt block here somewhere. And I could probably mix in... We'll take a step back to see, is this too plain like this? Because what I can do is put in some nether wart amongst this, which I might actually do. So why don't right around here somewhere? Maybe we'll try here. Does that look okay? Maybe. So let's give this a go. We'll just put in, whoops, not a slab. Get rid of that. We'll just put down some nether wart like that. So it's just like something poking through the pathway, starting to basically grow into the pathway. I think that can add some detail as well, so we can mix in stuff like that. Don't like this block just being here, so let's get rid of that. We might as well put down some nether wart. There we go, and there we go. So just something like this. I'm just going to continue building this through, and then we'll have to think about how I'm going to decorate this pathway going up into this section towards the portal. I could probably keep the same kind of pattern in terms of the look and the style that we've got going on here. Or we could change it up. I think I'll probably go with the same just to keep things simple. But it might be too repetitive for if you guys are a little bit annoyed by repetitive types of building. but I think this is going to be varying enough for me with the mixture of the dirt blocks. So I'm just going to continue this stuff around and then figure out how we're going to basically decorate this inside section here. So I think this area is coming together quite nicely now. We've got this lava flow that's coming in here, just adding a little bit of a change of scenery plus some light on this side of the path. And I've also started to just light up a couple of netherrack blocks here with just the flint and steel to get some fire going. And that will also light up this pathway. You can see I've just kept the same theme for this whole area, just keeping everything pretty much the same kind of building materials and whatnot, just changing the way it looks with the randomness. And I think that looks okay. I didn't go completely a solid section back here with the nether wart, so it kind of like blends in with the netherrack. And I think that's one, it's you save on your putting down your soul sand, but two, it also just helps to break up the area a little bit, trying to make it look a little bit more natural. And this area coming up into here, I think looks okay. I probably will tinker with this a little bit more. I'm thinking of mixing in some different types of flowers or ferns or something like that as we get closer to this portal, kind of looking like maybe some of the plantation that's on the other side here is starting to come through and grow on this other side. So maybe we could try and integrate. Not sure if I'll put tulips. Maybe we could leave that for now, but I've got an idea. Yeah, I think something like this will be okay. For this back area here, the reason why I typically create a rear section to my portals where there's an opening, it's just so when you bring through mobs that you've got less of a chance of the mob suffocating, because there's so many times that I've come through a portal and the mob has just tried to come through on the other side and it kind of gets stuck in the wall. So I think this is just one way to help alleviate that problem, just by having just an opening on both sides of the portal. So I think that's looking quite nice. I might just just put down some more around here, and yeah, we might as well do all these as well. And yeah, am I putting too much? Maybe this is too much nether wart, but I don't mind it if I can place it. There we go. And we've only got a few left. Maybe we've got enough. And I think we're pretty much done. We've just got to put that block there. And maybe that's about it. Maybe I can put a fern or two down along this part of the path. Don't want to go too crazy with this stuff. Maybe I can put in just a regular flower here somewhere. Where should we put it? Maybe there? Is that too even? Maybe. That's okay. Maybe I won't put any more tulips. Maybe just having one there is okay. And there we go. That's pretty much it. That pathway is virtually done now, I think. And looks okay. Let's just walk down it, make sure it feels okay. I think it looks good. I like how we've got a decent amount of lighting in there now with the different fire sources. So I do want this to be a little bit lit up. I don't want it to be too dark, but I do like how it's darker out the back here because I've just minimized the number of light sources. But that's okay. That's kind of the depth that I was going for to make it look like that. And just coming up here, I think once the netherrack is all grown, maybe we should take a look. But I think it looks good. I think this whole area is looking quite nice, and I do like how it comes in and connects up with this portal. So there we go. I'm going to leave it here. Thank you for watching, guys. Hopefully you liked the episode and the building type of style. Maybe you'll try this out in your own world. Give it a go. And just a tip, if you're going to try and plant yourself some of these chorus fruit plants in your nether, just when you're planting it, don't put nether wart around the base like this. So I've just got my end stone down here, just one block below. Then you plant down your flower. You can have your soul sand around it like this, but don't have any nether wart, otherwise it won't grow. So once it's started to grow up, then you can put down your nether wart, and everything's fine. So yeah, just a little tip for you guys. So yep, thanks again, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Alright, thanks guys, cheers.